Hi, this is Bob McCarver again. This is our series of videos answering our three main questions. What bulbs do you carry? How hot does your bulb get? And which bulb should I use? So I think before we go on to which bulb should I use, let's understand a little bit about heating. First thing to remember about habitat lighting and heating is that watts equals heat. The more watts we have, the hotter that area will be. And there's all kinds of things that will really encompass how much of that energy will get from that bulb to where your animal is. Now always remember, when we talk about minimum distances with bulbs, we're not talking about to the bottom of the animal, we're talking about to the top of the animal. This is an important step in how hot does your bulb get. Sometimes we get people calling us up and going, hey, the 100 watt bulb is only getting my basking spot to 90 degrees and I need 100 degrees. Well, better this than it being too hot, because we can add a complementary halogen bulb to that. We'll add more watts, which will bring the heat further up. Your particular situation is going to be different than your neighbor's situation, or the keeper that's in Arizona's situation, or my situation. Let's start with the 60 watt EB bulb. 60 watt EB bulb still has a minimum distance of 12 inches, just like our 100 watt bulb does. Now, why does the 100 watt and the 60 watt EB have a same minimal distance? Well, that's because we have two things to worry about. Not just the heat, but the second is how much UV you're going to expose your animal to. MegaRay bulb is not a toy. This is a professional lighting unit and needs to be used according to the instructions. If we put the 60 watt bulb too close, we may get the animal as warm as it needs to be with only 60 watts, but we're going to give it too much UV. So when we say 12-inch minimum to your animal's this high, that would be 12 inches to your animal. That's what we mean. It's best never to use a minimal distance, but to add a few inches to that, if at all possible. So back again to the 100 watt and the 60 watt bulb. Both of these at 12 inches are going to create a basking temperature of different degrees. And the reason is the amount of energy being used in the 100 watt bulb compared to the 60 watt bulb. We're going to try to keep this simple because it's a very complicated subject, actually. And if you're a real novice and this is new to you, we're going to say that most likely you should stick with either the 100 or the 160 watt bulb. We have excellent EB kits, and there's a whole series of lighting videos you should watch to understand how we have to use more than just one bulb for your animal. But we're going to keep this simple for how hot does your bulb get. So the simple answer to how hot does our bulb get? Again, really no simple answer. But if you watch our lighting videos and understand how to set up your habitat with the complementary lighting that's necessary to set up proper lighting for your reptiles, you'll find that if you take an incandescent household bulb and you look at the wattage, let's see if it's 60 watt or 100 watt or 150 watt, and you know that you have your fixtures set up at a proper distance from your animal. We need it for 100 watt and a 60 watt and a 70 watt metal halide. We need at least 12 inches or more, let's say 14 or 15 inches from where your animal's going to be. And we go and we put in a incandescent bulb of that same wattage and we let it run. We should be able to find out if that bulb is going to be too hot for that distance. We may have to raise the distance. We may have to lower the wattage of the complementary lighting. So again, if we want to set our habitat up and then run an incandescent bulb where the MegaRay will be, we should get at least a rough idea, and usually within 5 degrees, of what the MegaRay will run in that incandescent bulb's place. Well, thanks for watching this. We hope this answers at least to some degree how hot will your bulb get, remembering that every different kind of bulb, they have different reflectors in them, and they're going to direct heat for the same wattage to different distances. So how hot our MegaRay bulb will get is going to be different than how hot someone else's bulb will get. Remember always to triple check your basking temperatures with an infrared heat gun every time you change out a bulb. Even if you change out the exact same kind of bulb with the same wattage, you want to check those basking temperatures several times. We never want to burn our animal. So take the time to watch the videos, understand how lighting works, and then always check your work, and you and your animal will both be safe and happy. Thanks.